Well guys, got a couple pieces of equipment donated last couple of days, and first off, I have to thank Mr. Boyd for donating the two pieces of equipment that you're about to see. One being the Stark Leg 55 LAG 55 audio generator, sine wave and square wave and complex, over 4 different frequency ranges, output adjust, output multiplier. You got your outputs, high pass filters, ins, outs. So she covers 4 different bands, A, B, C, and D. She runs from 20, what they have here, 20 up to 200 CPS. Band B, about 200 to 2000. Band C, 2 to 20 kilocycles. And band D is 20 to 200 kilocycles. And of course you have your log dial, 0 to 180. Everything works perfect, working nice and freely. I've had it running just for a test. I run the audio into a 16 ohm speaker, and I do get a tone out of her, so she is working 100%. Had to replace a couple electrolytics in her. They were getting kind of bad. I had her run on my Variac variable transformer, I should say, over here, and she powered up fine, but under more investigation, these two capacitors in there discovered that they had a little bit of a bump, so there's something on the go inside of that one. And this one here has also got a little bit of a bump, as you can see. So I replaced 2 of these. Both of them are 20 MFD or microfarad at 150 volts, and the other one is 20 microfarads at 350 working voltage, 350 volts. So I replaced 2 of these. They're the only 2 in there that I can see any physical damage done to them. Eventually I'm going to recap the whole thing. I got to get a count part, or parts count I should say, and replace all the electrolytics inside of this thing. But the main use for an audio generator, especially for me, for what I'm probably end up using it for, recently I've decided to build like audio amplifiers. I can use this as a test input for the audio amplifier. You can do measurements, power output, whatever you can measure with this thing, with the help of a couple external devices, either vacuum tube voltmeter or digital voltmeter, and you'll be able to compute the power output of a audio amplifier. This thing is also useful that working on transmitters, especially for SSB sideband transceivers. You can run the tone from an audio generator into the mic port into the transmitter to keep a steady audio signal running into the audio circuits, especially if you're trying to line it up on frequency. The audio generator would definitely help there for alignment purposes. So on the bottom you have a power switch that goes 4 positions: power off, at waveform, sine wave, second form, square wave, and complex. Basically it combines both waveforms. Then you have your frequency range, A, B, C, and D, which corresponds to the dial here. And then we have outputs adjust. You can actually adjust your power output, audio output, like a volume control basically, and it increases or decreases the output level from the terminals. And you have your output multiplier. So times 10 So you want the lowest possible setting, you'd be times 10, and you want the maximum amount of power, you put her times 10, and you would put your adjustment at 10, that it would be maximum or maximum audio output. In regards to the back of the unit, there's nothing on the back other than the AC cord plugs in. Internal is actually mint inside. 2 capacitors, the only thing that's been changed is 2 capacitors here, which are done. So we'll do a little demonstration on how this thing works. So as you may or may not hear, depending on your hearing, right now I have it on a pure sine wave. Audio is coming from the speaker. This is square, so actually I put it all the way to A. You may hear that, you may not. Now we'll put her on C. And putting her on D is pointless because you'll never hear it. It's above human hearing. Or my hearing anyway. I can hear it at about, I start to lose it right about there. So C, which is this one. So my hearing, I hear it at about 12 kilocycles. I don't even know if the camera even can pick that up. But yeah. But that's basically how the LAG55 from Stark operates. It's a pretty cool little device, I have to admit. So, like I say, I replaced a couple of capacitors in her. But other than that, now I can adjust the audio into a radio, transceiver, audio amplifier, whatever. It's a very useful piece of test equipment. And that would be the LAG55 by Stark. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll have another piece of test equipment up shortly. All the best, folks, and 73.